I love this. The sound of America, and what is that? For us, I would say, having grown up in the South, and obviously, I mean, the Delta blues, it's like this cradle in the South of this amazing art form that has spawned everything. I mean,
Rock and roll.
yeah, all the rockabilly and rock and roll and through country. So for us, I would say the amalgamation of what America sounds like, to us anyway, would be a lot of the blues that leads into that rock and roll mixed with, I think, a healthy dose of hip-hop leanings. You know, I think that that's a real defining sound in our country right now. We have so many hip-hop artists that are really making waves in cool ways. And that's kind of been our goal, is to marry the old with the new and hopefully be a new chapter in the story of American music. Hi, this is Rebecca.
And I'm Megan.
Together we're Larkin Poe.
And you're watching the Buzz Artist Spotlight.
I said, ooh, child, what you gonna do? I said, ooh, child, what you got? I said, ooh, child, what you gonna do with them bleach blonde bottle blues? Shell pink Cadillac, cherry cola, six-pack, the pop and fizz, it hits you like a hammer. She is turning heads, weapon grade legs, seen her on the big screen, yeah. Got nothing on that. I said, ooh, child, what you gonna do? I said, ooh, child, what you got? I said, ooh, child, what you gonna do with them bleach blonde bottle blues?
The songwriting process, I think, is such a therapeutic thing. It can be very cathartic, for me anyway. And I feel like it typically spawns from music. Like we've been so instrumentally minded since the beginning. Like playing guitar is a huge thing for us. So it usually starts from music. I have like a diary where I keep lyrical ideas written down. But it always spawns from the music and then grows. Making the records has been a very unusual thing for us because starting with the last record, Peach, that we made, we decided to produce the records ourselves and be the main players on all the albums. So literally in the studio, it was Megan and myself and an engineer for hours on end, for
And
weeks
days.
on end, exactly. And I think that puts a lot of pressure in a really good way on us as artists to fill that void. And when people listen to the last two records, Peach and Venom and Faith, I think they can really hear what music we're hearing on the insides of our heads. Like,
Because it's only
our
us.
souls. It's only us. From an artist perspective, you are what you listen to. And we do go out of our way to listen to a lot of music, a wide range of music, from like an Elvis Costello, and we were talking about this in the elevator, and he's never ceased to make really extensive and genre-defying records. And that's kind of what we want to do. And I would say for us, with these records, the biggest touchstone in terms of influence would definitely be traditional blues. So Skip James.
We definitely went back and listened to a lot of the old Delta blues artists. Like, yeah, Skip James was a big one for us.
Muddy
Sunhouse.
Waters, Sunhouse, Robert Johnson. Like these guys that were just sitting with their guitars and just the power of their voice delivering, you know, these songs that just speak to the human soul.
Yeah.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life, oh Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am.
I play lap steel guitar, so I play an old vintage Rickenbacker lap steel guitar, and it isn't a very common instrument, but I feel like it's a perfect instrument for not only the blues but also like rock and roll music. For instance, you would have heard David Lindley on "Runnin' on Empty." That's that like amazing soaring guitar solo at the end. That's a lap steel guitar, so you may have heard it and just not known you were listening to it.
And as somebody who, I mean, I'm in awe of what she does because it is a very unusual instrument and it is very difficult to play. So she holds it in her lap, so she plays it flat. A lot of people call it the flat guitar. and she has just a metal bar that she holds in her hand. And instead of, like me as a guitar player, having the delineations of frets, she's able to make it sound like a human voice because she's bending the notes. And it's such an emotional instrument, the way you play it.
So being in the studio for Peach, just the two of us, it was probably the most fun time we've had making a record. So when it came to making the new record, we knew we wanted to kind of continue down the path that where Peach had brought us to. And so when we made Venom and Faith, it was just the two of us in the studio again. And Peach was half originals and half cover songs, mostly old traditional blues covers. Yeah. With Venom and Faith, we decided we wanted to put more originals on it. So Venom and Faith is pretty much all originals. There's 2 traditional blues covers. So that's the biggest difference. I think it would be definitely more original songwriting on the record.
And I think that fans will hear more of an edge into the programming and the experimental side of what we're bringing to the blues, for sure.
When you guys are on stage, you look out to the audience, what do you see? Like, what's a typical Larkin Poe fan?
I love this question because for us, as Larkin Poe, we've toured for over a decade at this point. And our fans have continued to hang with us through a bunch of changes. But our fan, like as a prototype, is a music lover. And that can come in any shape, size, color, leaning, whatever. Like, this person comes to the show and they're in it to experience a fresh musical moment. And that is so meaningful to us. And I think especially in the last 6 months, people come to the show and they're singing our lyrics back to us. And as an artist, that is like such an overwhelming moment. Like, it makes me forget lyrics when I look out and people are singing because I'm like, you actually know this? And it's that special connection that I think a live performance can create, and we live for that. The interwebs. We're at Larkin Poe everywhere, and we manage our own social media. So if people come and follow along, they can really get a sense of who we are, and we can actually be friends. All right, let's do it.
I'm Megan.
I'm Rebecca.
Together we are Larkin Poe.
And you've just been buzzed.
Oh, wait, and sometimes you gotta